Colin Damon here from Brrraains A Head-Banging Life. gbhblofficial for short, as they made what into a TV series. Viva Pinata, Season 2, Episode 21, Arctic Invasion and Say Uncle Hoofy, aired January 11th, 2009 on YTV. Now you might be wondering, hey, that's weird. The previous set of episodes and the episodes that are going to follow this one and the next, you guys are sitting together like as you normally do most of it is, but now you're on Zoom. That's because, right, the short story is we did all those episodes in bulk at a time, and then two got lost. Well, this one that we're doing right here and the one that follows got lost. Circumstances have changed, and it's now easier and smarter for us to kind of just talk via Zoom. And so we had to go back and re-record these two. So not only are we having to re-talk about this damn show again, we thought we were finished. Turns out we're not. Yeah, we're doing it this way for these two episodes. So excuse the sort of random standard way we're doing things, because now Zoom will be more familiar going forward. It just happens to be after this, episodes 24, 5, and 6 will be back to us sitting on the couch behind, you know? But we do want to get this done, folks. Let's look episode 21 out of the way. Segment 1, Arctic Invasion. And Hudson is returning from a party and being praised by Simone, or being put back together. That whole weird Damon smashed apart thing that I kind of like about the show. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a bit dark.
Yes, hearing cheers, he is happy to see a crowd of adoring fans waiting for his arrival, but it turns out they're not here for him. They're here for a band named the Penguins, which is, of course, a play on the Beatles, how they look and how they sound. Hudson is not impressed, and in a music montage, they really are playing at the Beatles if you watch the music montage. We see how their arrival on the island is causing Hudson problems. You know what Hudson is like, man. Anyone dare get popular over him. It's surprising he hasn't murdered them.
That is true, actually.
In Simone's office, she tries to play the popularity down to make Hudson feel better. However, they arrive in her office and she reveals she is their manager now. And Hudson is angry with her, especially hearing that all his commitments have been cancelled and the Penguins are being booked in his place. So it's a classic, you're no longer the flavour of the month.
Yeah.
So he actually does lose his shit and tries to attack them. But ends up falling out the window. So yeah, he really is psychotic.
Indeed.
There he finds the rest of the Pinatas are obsessed with the Penguins, including his friends. Beverly comes along, and for once he's glad to see her, but it turns out that she only wants to know which way the Penguins went. I was like, oh, poor Hudson. Even Beverly, his stalker, doesn't want to know.
Yep, indeed, she's passed him now.
Despondent, everywhere he looks, he sees the Penguin stuff and thinks he can write better music. However, in the recording studio, it turns out he can't. Because of course he can't. Someone else, though, isn't happy with the changes that are being made by the arrival of the Penguins. It is Langston, and the entirety of Pinata Central is frozen. Realizing they have a common enemy, they team up to get rid of the Penguins. The plan is to melt a big block of ice during their concert, which will create a wave of water and wash away the Penguins. Guys, you couldn't come up with a simpler plan? In an attempt to find an outlet to plug in their heater, they end up revealing that the Penguins aren't actually playing an instrument. It's on CD. They're miming. That's a funny reveal. Confronted with this, the Penguins try to pretend they're sick, hence the track, but the arrival of the Small Beards reveals that the Penguins stole their music too. So the Penguins make a run for it, but are bowled over before the Small Beards start to perform their song. So the Penguins weren't just miming, but they didn't even play their own music. They stole it from another band. Outrageous. Hudson and Langston cheer each other, and after we see that the Small Beards have now taken this island by storm, and obviously that means they're really popular, so Langston and Hudson are now going to have to team up to get rid of the Small Beards. Wah, wah, wah. This is fine. This is a very, very Viva Pinata episode with that same level of manic energy. The manic energies is what we've come to expect from this show.
Yes, and it's a bit of a different episode, you know, to see Hudson act this way, I suppose. You know, so yeah.
He always acts this way. Ain't that fucking different? He's insane.
Well, he's a bit more. He's a bit more.
Look, Rob.
I was going to say he's a bit more violent in this episode.
True, he is a bit more violent. In fact, he actually physically tries to attack them. I'm also like, this is just a little bit weird overall because we are stuck in a bit of a Hudson loop at the moment. Because segment 2 is also Hudson related, and it's Say Uncle Hoofy. Fergie and Hudson are both going on vacation, and in a crazy set of coincidences, they keep running into each other en route to their separate locations. Love it, laughed a lot. Why? It turns out they're both going to the same place. Fergie to see his mother, who just got married, and Hudson to see his uncle, who also just got married. And I love it because you know when you clock it first, and you're like,
Yeah.
I was like, wait, they married each other, didn't they? They're gonna be stepbrothers. Guess what? Fergie's mother Francine and Hudson's uncle Hoofy ended up marrying, so they're now related, sort of. I thought this was a fantastic setup.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
Neither Hudson or Fergie are overawed by the married couple's dynamics because they're also really gross about it, being newlyweds. However, it starts to turn into a rivalry over who is the new favourite son. It's classic sibling stuff as they both regress to basically being children. This I didn't like. This I thought was irritating.
Yeah, definitely, yes.
Their misbehaviour wraps up to the point of destroying Hoofy's trophy, and they are grounded. However, their cuteness has it reversed, and are allowed to go to a theme park provided they promise to behave. Something they struggle to do, especially as once there, they're desperate to be called the favourite son. They end up causing trouble and damage in the park, ruining everyone's day out and almost crushing Francine. Hoofy has had enough, and since that's it, it's over, we're going back home. In the car, on the way back, Francine and Hoofy have had so much enough, they pull over and announce they're going to split up. And I was actually like, that's a shocking conclusion. Right? I was really like, no.
It's shocking, but it's like it doesn't surprise me with the shows though.
Well, it doesn't. That doesn't actually mean them. What they mean is they're dumping their kids. They kick Hudson and Fergie out of the car. I laughed at that. That is funny shit. That is the implication that we're about to split up because we can't handle this. Because, like, have you seen the movie Step Brothers?
Yeah.
With Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. It's that, basically. It's that, where their parents split up because of the stress of their grown children. So the idea of then twist is to be like, no, we're splitting up with you. Out, and they literally kicked them out. Loved it. Returning home in the plane, Fergie and Hudson apologise to each other, enjoy a snack, but it just turns into another argument. Wah, for an ending. I really like segment 2. Segment 2 is funny. Segment 2 is the kind of imaginative stuff that I'm here for. Segment 1 is forgettable as all hell, but segment 2, Say Uncle Hoofy, is fantastic.
Yeah. I agree.
And it's so strong, like, I think it makes the overall episode worth watching. Arctic Invasion, you can take or leave because it's just a bit of a nothing thing, aside from some insane Hudson behaviour. But Say Uncle Hoofy is well worth checking out. It's one of the better segments overall if we were ranking them.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Got any thoughts on episode 21 of Viva Pinata Season 2? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It is gratefully appreciated. You can find us over at gbhbl.com, our full website, where reviews, news, and so much more goes up daily. We're also on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, at gbhbl. Just search for gbhbl and you will find us out there. We also have merchandise on sale. You can access the shop via the website.